welcome back to yet another video on this channel. So as you can tell by today's title, we are going to be diving into that side of YouTube where we find out a couple of stuff that is, yes, very unsettling but very informative, which is very necessary. So we're going to be doing that today. We're going to be looking at a interview whereby this guy interviews a member of the Ku Klux Klan. Woo! Yo, even saying it just I don't know, like this guy is basically gonna try and justify why it's okay to be racist. So of course you guys already know from the second video that I uploaded on this channel, aside from chilling and making fun and having jokes and just being downright funny all the time on this channel, we also try to be very much so informed and educated on certain things. Do I want to be educated on this? Nah, not really. Do I want to be informed on what exactly the mindset is going behind these type of people? Yes, very much so. So we're gonna get into that, but of course before I get into it, I actually have a very exciting announcement to make. I figured out what I'm gonna be calling you guys. I figured it out. I finally figured it out. So drum roll please. Chill Squad. You know, that's what I said. Chill Squad. It's such a good name. It makes sense because of course you guys are chilling with Alvara, you're chilling with me, so it just makes sense that I call you guys the Chill Squad. So that's what I'm going to be calling you guys from now on. We are the Chill Squad. So for those of you who are new here, welcome. If you'd like to become part of the Chill Squad, you already know the drill. First like, comment, subscribe, and click the notification bell. Give me a follow on my Instagram, that is at alvara.music, and where you will be informed of upload changes and whatever the case may be. Or if you just want to know what else I'm doing aside from YouTube, you will find me over there. And yeah, for those of you who are already here and you're subscribed, welcome. We finally have a name for you guys, and I'm super stoked for those of you who are here. So alright, I'm stalling at this point. Let's get into it. Let's see what this guy has to say to basically try and justify why it's okay to be racist. So, and then for those folks who say that if you're part of such a clan or whatever the case may be, you're not being racist, or those who are okay with raising up the Confederate flag and so forth, and you say it's not being come on guys, you need to be very much so educated on the history of certain things before doing it. For example, blackface, like it keeps making an appearance in modern day history for some, not modern day history but fashion for some funny reason, and they say it's not racist. Please guys, please be very much so informed of something's history before you go and make use of it, because you can be offending a bunch of people without even noticing it. So let's get into it and let's see what this guy has to say. Okay, so I'll be linking this channel down below, the channel to the person who basically made the video, who's interviewing people. He makes quite very good interviews. I actually like watching him from time to time. For those of you who watched me do the reaction to the Whittier family, it's the same guy who did the interview. So if you guys want to watch more of him, I'll be linking him down below. Very awesome guy.
JD, where'd you grow up? Where are you from originally?
Let's get into it.
From
Alright,
Mountain,
let's see
Tennessee.
what... Man!
And did you have a clan growing up in your family as a kid?
Yeah, somewhat. On my
Bruh,
grandparents' side.
look at how this guy is
How did you
dressed.
get involved?
His name is JD.
Well,
Alright.
Around 2015 or so, when Dylan Roof, he's took and shot the black people in Charleston in that church, you know, and every picture that I saw on TV of him, he was having the Confederate flag in his hand, and he never was a member of any organization, you know, and then they go and take the flag down in South Carolina off to the state capitol building because of that. And I thought, man, you know, that was kind of a slap in the face to the South, our ancestors that fought in the Civil War. I had people on both sides of my family that fought in the Civil War for Tennessee and North Carolina. And in 2017, I joined the Loyal White Knights. And I just wanted to get out and try to make, you know, do my part and try to make a difference. I mean, like IW was saying, if we don't pull together,
it's
going to be like a sinking ship. Our rights are going down the drain every day.
We're just going to keep it together. We're going to keep it professional.
I just wish my grandparents was around to see me and know that I'm doing my share and trying to preserve our history. And
when they say their rights, really let me pause. I'm sorry for pausing, but when they say their rights, what exactly do they mean? What rights are being stripped off of these folks exactly? That's what rights are being taken away from you when black people are finally starting to be more so present and being more so accepted in the society. What rights are you losing? We didn't have rights for a long time because of you folks. So what rights are you losing from us finally getting freedom? That's my question. Like what's this is a very touchy subject. So for those of you who are not prone or you don't like this type of discussion, feel free to exit. It's okay. But yeah, it is very much so a very sensitive topic. So we're going to continue watching this and see what else this man has to say.
Trying to preserve our history, and I don't consider myself really as a racist. I mean, I'm
There's
more
a difference between preserving history and then
the
continuing.
That's what God intended. That's why he put us on different bodies of land, different English, language.
When they say God intended this, tell me which scripture, verse, book does it mention that you should separate people according to their skin color, language, or whatever the case may be.
What do you wish the United States looked like?
Sir?
What do you wish the United States looked like racially? I mean,
well,
right now we're all very mixed.
Yeah, we're very mixed. I just wish that, they could stay more to themselves. I mean, don't come and try to push them down my throat.
When you say they, you
stay
mean
more to themselves.
And not our government, but the black race, the Hispanics, the Orientals. I wish that they would stay with themselves,
Fem.
And I think the country would be a lot better
brought them there in the first place?
And
since we wanna, be backwards and stay in the past and try and use the past as an excuse to keep this type of behavior, who exactly brought them there in the first place?
I mean, I thought.
He says that he wants the United States to be more so of, a white place.
If the white people don't,
the population to be generally white, or for those who are black, to stay on their side, keep to themselves. Who brought them there in the first place?
But
why?
I just wish that more people would see the light.
Yeah, like I was saying earlier, there's nothing wrong with preserving history, but there's a huge problem with trying to continue, keeping alive a certain time in history that was very, very destructive.
I mean, it's just a matter of time.
And trying to keep it into practice. Like,
what is the Klan's biggest issues today? Is it immigration?
Well, we're strongly against
race mixing?
The mixed race, mixing races, messing with our monuments, our flag, our history, especially in the South, because we were originated in the South,
in Pulaski, Tennessee. Kids and the fact that races are mixing.
Tennessee, the Klan's always been strong in that state and in North Carolina, and I just wish that we had a better opportunity to get out there and make a difference, because they're not wanting to issue us permits, stuff like that.
The difference you want to make is destructive. That is why no one is open to it.
Stuff going on, and they're just out here doing what they want to do and tearing up the country, and nothing's said. I mean, it's not the Klan. I mean, there's a lot of these other groups. I mean, they're not doing that.
When he says protest, I'm assuming that he's talking about the protests that were going on a couple of months back.
Yes, sir.
When it was about George Floyd and all of those things.
Is the basis of the Klan?
They were calling for justice
I'm Southern Baptist.
because of things like this.
I'm basically Baptist. I mean,
folks like this who have this mindset that it's okay to strip people of their freedom, of their right to human rights. That's why the people were out there.
Wizard or Grand
Dragon? No, I'm a Grand Dragon. I'm over North Carolina and South Carolina.
things like this,
and
this
what is
mindset
a Grand
that
Dragon?
y'all harbor,
It's the
y'all
state officer.
have
I'm
to
over
this
the
day.
state, and I'm right under the Imperial Wizard, you know.
So what is it about African Americans
Imperial
that
Wizard,
you want them
State
to be separate?
Dragon.
Well, I don't think God intended for them to be mingling with us, and especially breeding with the white race. I mean, it brings about a mongrel race. I mean, a mulatto color. I mean, nothing makes me any sicker than to see a little kid running around and their skin's just yellow.
That is
I mean,
so
you know, a
offensive.
mulatto color. I mean, I wouldn't feel so bad about the blacks if our government wasn't pushing them down our throat. Just like in the 60s, I mean, they pushed them down our throat in the schools and
How exactly is the
know,
government
cafes, restaurants.
pushing
I
them
mean,
down their throat?
I mean, it's just something that I don't think
So
should have ever
basically, what
happened.
this man wants is segregation again.
How has the Klan changed? I mean, you've only been a
Yeah.
member for a few years, but
I've
Why
been-
the hell do you?
Yeah, several
Okay,
years,
not you, but okay, since you're so prone and you're so
Klan's really
happy
changed a lot. We're
about
not
your
as violent
culture
as it
and
used to
your
be. You know, back
ancestors
in the
and so
60s,
forth,
they were
why did your
some violent
ancestors
Klan
bring
groups,
them there
especially
in the first
Mississippi.
place?
And
If
it gives
y'all,
the
and
Klan
now
a
that they're
bad
finally
rep,
having some
but,
form of freedom and
today we're
right to
more-
move around as
I
humans
won't say laid
should,
back,
you are upset
and,
about it.
It's not more
Who
of a terrorist
brought
group
them
than
there
what
in
they
the
used to
first
be. They claim
place?
that we're in between the Nazis and Al Qaeda. We're ranked number
Terrorists.
2 in the world
Wow.
as one of the worst terrorist groups. I don't see how they could rank us up there, you know, like Al Qaeda or the Nazis. I mean, we don't.
No,
we
no,
don't go
no.
out and just
Now I
kill
see why they're
people.
saying terrorists. It's because
Yeah.
y'all harbor the
traveled to
same
other countries?
characteristics of
No,
a
I
terrorist
I've never
group.
been in another country, but
That's
I've been
why.
all around the southern states. I've not lost nothing up north. I'm not going up there.
so what do you think about the state of our country and its future?
Right now, I think it's
You want to take the mask off?
it's going to eventually end up in turmoil. And Donald Trump, he talked a good talk at first. That got him into office. And
You be voting for Trump?
yeah, I'll vote for Trump. I did the first time. I will this time. You know, I hope he's got a chance. I mean, I've never known a president to go into office and so many of his own party be so much against him, you know, and wouldn't let him do what he said he was going to do. Like I said, he talked a good talk. That's what put him in there. But if he gets in there again, the next go around, I hope that he can go ahead and do what he set out to do, especially with the border wall. We've got a bad problem with immigration, you know, and dealing with China. I think that was one of the worst things we ever done was pass the NAFTA bill, that free trade agreement, because it took a lot of our textile workers, our jobs away from the textile workers, sent it to China, Mexico, and you can't even go to a store and buy anything that's not made in China, Taiwan, Mexico, especially clothes. I mean, I remember Rocky boots and stuff. You know, I hunt a lot, and I always tried to have a good pair of insulated boots. And even Rocky Boot Company, they're made in China now. I mean, we need a president that will bring our jobs back, and I think the country would be better off.
Y'all gonna be
And give the people here the opportunity to go back to work. I mean, if they would stop the immigrants from coming in here, that would make a big difference. If, finish that border wall. I mean, I'm all for that.
And do you have children?
No, sir.
No kids. You're married?
No, sir.
What are you proudest of in your life?
Sir,
What are you proudest of in your life?
what am I proud of? Well, I'm proud that I'm white. That's one of the main things I'm proud of. And I'm proud that I come from the family I came from with the background and that I've got ancestors that fought in the Civil War for the South. I mean, everybody says that slavery was the main issue in the Civil War. It could have been part, but myself, I think it was mainly over the money and states' rights. You know, we had the cotton, the tobacco, all the agriculture down here. And taxes, you know, they probably wasn't paying the taxes on their stuff, you know, and but you know that's. I mean, if I can make $1,
I'm sorry,
I'm
I'm becoming so
it.
silent.
I mean,
it's just that
they knew that once they
like
pulled
I
from
said,
the
this is
Union,
very
when the
sensitive,
Southern states succeeded,
and
that
just listening to
that's
this
what
man
they were
speak,
succeeding over: the taxes,
I don't
states'
know.
rights. And I'm not going to leave slavery out. I'm sure slavery had a part to do with it. But the North had slaves. I mean, we got a lot of our slaves from the North. Even our presidents, Grant, when he became president, he didn't give up his slaves until he got nominated to be a president. I mean, then he gave his slaves up, 4 or 5 years after the Civil War? I mean, they tell, just like Robert E. Lee said, the victors of war will write the story. And I remember growing up in school, all the books that we studied in school was published from up north. They wasn't none of the books published from down here.
And be so comfortable with. Mind you, they cry that they're Christians. They cry that they're They say that they're Christians. Christians, what do? They imitate to be like God and Jesus. God is love. There is no love in this. This is more hate than anything. I gotta stop here. For my own health. My own mental health. My own mental sake. I have to stop here. Mind you, the interview is almost done anyways.
Brain.
Are you serious? Like, is he serious? Is he serious? Now, mind you, I'm all for freedom of expression, freedom of speech, and so forth. This is hence the reason why he's even having the opportunity to speak on whatever it is that he believes in and so forth. But the moment your speech or your freedom of expression is trying to normalize something that is so derogatory and inhumane, which is racism, I'm not going to stand with you. And nobody in this century is going to stand with you. Not this generation anymore. We're over it. We're living in a generation and a world and a society that are so informed now. And yes, we still do have a couple of folks who are still racist. Racism is something that isn't going to go away, unfortunately. It's just not going to go away. It's something that is inbred with these people. It's something that is taught. Mind you, a child is not born racist. It's just things that they are taught from their parents, who are taught by their parents, who are taught by their parents. It's a generational curse that falls through family history and family trees and so forth. These mindsets are taught upon people. It's not something you're born with. It's something you're taught. People don't learn. People are not born with hate. They are taught and they learn how to hate. That is that. So racism, that's not going anywhere. My issue is the fact that he's trying to normalize all of that. It's not right. It's not right. The fact that he's trying, yeah, fine, preserve your culture. Preserve it. But don't try and make it repeat itself, because you yourself know that it isn't right. Maybe he's not saying it and but it's wrong. Like, or maybe he does believe it. At this point, I'm so confused. I am so confused that how can someone who even claims to be Christian can sit here and downright to a camera and to just openly say the things that this man just said, and you say you're a Christian. That is a whole different story for another day. This whole thing of Christianity and how some folks are so backwards with their thinking and so forth. That's a story for another day. I'm not going to touch on that, but yeah, this was very much so informative. Did I enjoy watching it? Hell no. I did not enjoy that in any way, but it was informative. I get to see to a certain extent how these people think, Do I stand with it? Absolutely not. As a person of color, it just does not make any sense to me. Does not make sense. It does not make sense. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and click the notification bell. Give me a follow on my Instagram. That is at alvaro.music. It's linked down below. Stay safe, peace and love. And for those of you who are burning here, like it keeps getting worse, please stay hydrated, because it is only gonna get worse as we are headed to December, which is probably the most hottest summer here in Namibia. So please do stay safe, and I'll catch you guys next week.